Hello everybody, Joey the Truth Wagner with you folks. Welcome in to a brand new episode here in the Truth Serum, everybody. And it's picks time already. Man, folks, this NFL season is flying by. And folks, if I didn't have to get up so early today, Victor would be with me, but I had to get up really, really early today. So Victor will be back next week when we can coordinate the times better. But everybody, before I get started into these picks, would really appreciate it if you could click that like button, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are a few subscribers away from 7,300, so let's see if we can cross that mark all over again. But folks, this is Thanksgiving week in the NFL, so 3 games on Thursday. So let's get started here. First one is Houston at Detroit. Both teams aren't very good. They're just not. They're both bad football teams. Houston is coming off of a win, though, against New England. So that's a plus, and Deshaun Watson played really, really well. Folks, with this game, both teams aren't really good. So I'm just going to go with the better quarterback. Lions have a tendency to flop on Thanksgiving because they're not very good. I'll go with the better quarterback here. I'll pick Houston and Deshaun Watson to get a victory and sort of play spoiler. Next up here, folks, can't believe this. Both teams, the Washington football team, the Dallas Cowboys, both teams are 3-7. 3-7, folks. And I believe the winner will be in first place in the NFC East. Like that's saying something. Folks, Washington, when it comes to them, I love their story. I love their battle. I love their grit. They grind it out like you wouldn't believe. They play really, really hard for Ron Rivera. They're not good, but they play really, really hard for him. Dallas, even though with Andy Dalton back, and that got him a win against Minnesota on Sunday, even with Andy Dalton back, I still don't know what they are. I like their 3 wide receivers, and I like Zeke, but that's about it. The offensive line's hurt, and the defense can't stop a 2x4. So, Washington has a pass rush with Chase Young and Kerrigan and company. So they can take advantage of a bad Dallas O-line. But folks, with the Cowboys and their 3 receivers of Gallup, Amari Cooper, and CeeDee Lamb, with that trio, they have something that Washington doesn't have, and that's explosiveness. And I think because of that explosiveness, the Cowboys can have enough big plays to win. I think it's a very close game. I'm not very confident with this pick at all, but I'll go Dallas. Next up, folks, the best game of the docket. I'll save it for last. I'll come back to the Ravens and the Steelers. That's the late game on Thanksgiving. Next up here, the Vegas Raiders go into Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Woo-wee. Raiders looked impressive against the Chiefs. Vegas is a good football team. They really are. Atlanta got spanked by Taysom Hill. The Falcons got spanked by Taysom Hill. If they couldn't stop him, they're not stopping Derek Carr and John Gruden's offense. They are not. Vegas wins this pretty handily to stay in the playoff race in the AFC. Next up, LA Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. Folks, the Chargers are so Charger. They even played the Jets close last week. Folks, I don't know how the Chargers are 3-7, because I love their quarterback. I love Justin Herbert. He is great. The Chargers have their quarterback for the next 15 years. He is amazing. Arm, moves, smart, unbelievable. He's great. Other 3-7, you tell me. They're taking on a Buffalo Bills team that is, are they coming off of their bye? I think Buffalo's coming off of a bye here, folks. And they were sort of starting to sputter a little bit within the past couple of weeks. But I'm going with the tested team, the playoff experience team. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs will carve the Chargers apart. Folks, Buffalo's had a hard time stopping anybody this year on defense. So this game will have a lot of points, and this will be a really fun watch. It will be. Will be a really fun watch. As I look here, with Buffalo, yes, they were on a bye. Sean McDermott, really good head coach. Extra week to prep. Bills win. Next up, Giants at the Bengals. Folks, it was really a shame. Sad news to hear about Joe Burrow, the rookie Cincinnati quarterback, the #1 overall pick, out for the year, torn ACL and other knee ligaments damaged when he got injured on Sunday. Because of that alone, I'm going with the Giants. They've been able to run the ball of late, and they're starting to get physical and gain an identity with Joe Judge as their new head coach. Plus, with the Bengals, you think I'm picking Ryan Finley? Forget it. The G-Men get a win on Sunday. Next up, Browns at Jacksonville. The Jaguars are awful. Jake Luton isn't very good. And Cleveland wins this. Cleveland wins it. Not about if they win, it's about how many. Browns will get to 8-3 and not allow the Steelers to clinch the division yet. Next up, folks, what a really good game this is going to be. Really good game here. 7-3 Tennessee at the 7-3 Colts. First place in the AFC South is on the line. Tennessee coming off of an overtime win against the Ravens, a big-time win for the AFC tiebreakers. Indianapolis came back from 14 down to beat Aaron Rodgers. So both of these teams are coming off of unbelievable wins. Folks, unbelievable wins. Indianapolis, a couple weeks ago, beat Tennessee in Tennessee to get the tiebreaker for now in the division lead. This is going to be a really close game here, folks. I'm going to go the Titans. I'm going to go Tennessee. I think Derrick Henry does his thing. And, folks, I know Phillip Rivers is playing well. I get that. I get that. But he's always a turnover waiting to happen. One bad throw at all times. Just waiting to happen. Because of that, I'll go with Tennessee. I actually like Ryan Tannehill better than I do Phillip Rivers. Seriously. Seriously, I think I like Tannehill now a good bit. He's a solid B quarterback. But I'll go with Tennessee. They'll get revenge after their special teams imploded on them in that Thursday night game. Next up, Miami at the Jets. Miami coming off of a very disappointing road loss to Denver. So they're going to be fired up for this one, and they're going to want to get a win in division to keep up with the Bills. Miami wins. Next. Ooh, interesting one here. This depends, folks, on the health of Teddy Bridgewater, as he missed the game on Sunday when Carolina played and beat Detroit. P.J. Walker played decently well, but he's not Teddy Bridgewater. Minnesota dropped the ball. They laid an egg against the Cowboys. Folks, Carolina, I'm expecting the injuries to still be real to their best guys. Because Minnesota has a healthy Dalvin Cook and a healthy Adam Thielen and a healthy Justin Jefferson, I'll go with Minnesota here. Next up, Arizona, New England, a very intriguing matchup here, folks. Very interesting matchup. Kyler Murray against Cam Newton, a couple of mobile quarterbacks. Game is in New England, so Belichick at home. But Belichick was just torched by Deshaun Watson. And some running quarterbacks can give Belichick a hard time. Arizona having 3 extra days of prep as they played the Thursday night game against Seattle and lost. With New England, it's their run game. It's all about their run game. And let me see how Arizona is against the run, because that'll be a pretty big factor in who I pick to win this football game. Both teams can't stop the run. And this will come down to who runs the ball better. Folks, this will be a very, very close game. Very close game. New England literally playing for their playoff lives. This is their last hurrah. If New England doesn't win this game, they're basically done. And Bill doesn't want to be done pre-Thanksgiving. Well, post-Thanksgiving. Pre-December. I'll go New England in the upset. New England upsets Kyler Murray in Arizona, especially if the weather in New England is ugly. Next up, 4 p.m. window now, got the Saints at the Broncos. Denver came out with a shocking win against Miami. But the Saints are not Miami. The Saints are... oh, crap. Still no Drew Brees. Okay, so they're going to be going with Taysom Hill. He can run it. And Drew Lock has been Saints have the better talent, folks. Even with Taysom Hill, the Saints have the better talent. I'll go with New Orleans. They'll keep up pace in the NFC to get the 9-2. Saints win by about a touchdown. Drew Lock, bad year for him this year. He's taken a step back, and that's not something you want to see if you're a Denver fan. Next up, 49ers at the Rams. Folks, the Rams, I've been saying it all year about the Rams. I like them. I like their coach. I like their quarterback. I like their offense. I like their defense. I don't think they're elite. I don't think they're Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Tampa Bay elite. I don't. But I think they're really good, and they're a playoff team. And who is actually healthy for San Francisco? Nobody. Kyle Shanahan going to have to go on the field and play. You're going to have to get his dad, Mike Shanahan, to come out of retirement to coach. I mean, seriously, I'll go with the Rams. Rams win it. Wow, folks, this matchup here. 4:25 window. Friends, if I'm not busy on Sunday, I will do my best to call this game. I know that for the first part of this NFL season, I've sort of taken a step back with non-Steeler games and calling them. But this is a beaut. It's a beaut, Clark. From the Lampoon's Christmas Vacation right there. Got Kansas City 9-1. Coming off of a Sunday night win, eking past the Raiders. Tampa Bay, folks, I don't know what their result is against the Rams, because they are playing right now on Monday Night Football while I'm making this video as I speak. I think Tampa beats the Rams. And folks, this is in Tampa, so Kansas City has to go on the road. And they've been close to getting nipped a couple of times the last couple of weeks to the Raiders, Carolina. I think Tampa Bay, I think Brady gets it done against Mahomes. Brady beats Mahomes here as the Tampa Bay defense puts pressure on Mahomes, baits him into a mistake or two. This will be a really fun game to watch and call. I'll go Tampa. Sunday Night Football. Woo-wee. I got the Bears, who can't score, and I have an angry Aaron Rodgers, mad as could be, coming off of blowing a 14-point lead against Indianapolis last week. Green Bay's going to win this, and they're mad, so I don't think it's close. I don't think it's close. I'll go Green Bay. It's not close. And lastly, Monday Night Football, Seattle at the Eagles. Folks, I really like Carson Wentz, but the Eagles are a bad football team. I'm not going to hide it anymore. They're a bad football team. I don't care that they're leading the NFC least. They stink. They stink. Injuries, O-line trouble. They're just not very good. They're not very good. At least with Seattle, I get something that's pretty consistent 90% of the time, and that's Russell Wilson. And if Russell Wilson gets any bit of help, like he did with a running game last week, Seattle wins, and I think they do so. I'll go Seattle 24, Eagles 16. No. $19, because I'll go 19 because you know that Doug Peterson will go for a stupid 2-point conversion and not make it. Make the score all goofy, so I'll go 24-19. Now, friends, the game you've been waiting for, last but not least, the primetime matchup. Thanksgiving night, a game that I have been waiting to call since the schedule came out in May. I don't think there was anybody more thrilled for this matchup at this date and this time in all of Steelers world than me. Folks, with this game, we'll see how it goes because the Ravens are currently in COVID protocol. Mark Ingram, J.K. Dobbins, both of their running backs tested positive, so they're going to be without 2 running backs right off the bat. Secondly, Ravens are coming off of a heartbreaking loss at home to Tennessee in overtime. At 6-4, they're playing for their playoff lives here, folks, because the Ravens, they're starting to get behind on these tiebreakers. I think they're a good team, but they're starting to get behind the 8 ball on these tiebreakers. They can't keep losing games in the AFC. And Derrick Henry ran all over him. And we got the Steelers, folks. They're still unbeaten. They're coming off of back-to-back blowouts. They blew out Cincinnati. They blew out Jacksonville. So Ben Roethlisberger and the starters have been able to get a little bit of rest in garbage time the last 2 weeks. So even though this is a short week for Pittsburgh, even though it's a short week, Ben got a little bit of a breather the last 2 Sundays. And I'll say this, folks. The key here in this game is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, the 2 worst games of his NFL career, both of them have been against Pittsburgh. That Steeler defense knows how to contain Lamar. Multiple turnovers in each game, and he's not running loose. The Steeler defense will be the key here. They are Lamar's kryptonite. And because of that, Thanksgiving, primetime, holiday, color rush, your Steelers, your Pittsburgh Steelers, will win a close one and get to 11-0. And folks, I'll have more detailed preview coverage probably Wednesday or Thursday for the Ravens and the Steelers. But as of now, I'm leaning Steelers. And folks, with this game, if I hear any updates about the time or whatnot, if it's moved or anything, I will let you know as soon as I do. So folks, there are the game picks. If you like them, comment and chat below. If you hate them, comment and chat below. Everybody, thank you so much for watching this picks video for week 12. Everybody, if you haven't yet, please make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you're brand new, folks, I'd love it if you could join and be a channel member. here in the Truth Serum. Folks, I wish you have a happy, happy Thanksgiving and a safe one with your families. Please wear a mask. And from the Truth Serum, Joey the Truth Wagner signing off. Folks, have a great night. I'll see you for the call of a Steeler game on Hollywood's channel Thursday night.